Hey there, everybody. Let's play some guitar. Anyways, that could just go on forever, right? How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another video, another lesson. I told you I'm in lesson mode, and today we're talking about John Mayer. Now, John Mayer, a lot of people, love John Mayer's playing. I'm one of them, and a lot of people don't like his playing, but I really feel like, there's something to learn from everyone. So if you're not a big John Mayer fan, just give this a try. I'm telling you, this is one of my favorite things to do on guitar, and I learned it, from John. Now, before we get too far into this one, if you guys want to, my guitar courses technically don't go on sale until Sunday. That's when the video is scheduled, but if you want to check them out early, you can. You can get them at that discounted price, and you can see the full curriculum. I'm also going to include a 1-hour chord clinic with these courses this time, so you can check them out if you're a beginner, rock and roll boot camp, more intermediate to advanced. Check out the 8-course bundle. It has things like the Rut Buster and all these different things in there, so check that out if you can, if you want to support the channel. Now, if you want tabs for the stuff I'm going to show you, you can snag those down below. I'll have them in the video as well if you want to just kind of pause the video. But we're going to talk about, I think, one of the most inspiring and just eye-opening things I ever learned on guitar. When I was learning how to play guitar, one of the most fun things you could do is learn how to harmonize your guitar with itself. And I started with thirds. I got and then all of a sudden I heard John Mayer doing this stuff, and I'm like, what is that? What's he doing there? And I figured out it was sixth. And I was doing them like this, which is a very inconvenient way to harmonize with sixth, big stretches and all that kind of stuff. And I finally saw a video of John playing, and I remember I was like, oh, that's how. So instead of this, he's going. And I was like, I love that sound. I want to learn how to do that everywhere. It's something I would have students work on, is get to where you could do these sixths, without really thinking about it, just anywhere on the guitar. Yeah, anyways, I was like, what is that melody? So I want to show you guys this big descending and ascending passage out of E major, all using these sixths. Now, if you want to take full advantage of something like this is really where knowing your scales, or maybe, the cage system, however you see the fingerboard, you want to make sure that you can incorporate something like this pretty effortlessly. You don't want to have like a big pause in your playing and think about, where's my sixth at? Like I said, you should be able to just, without thinking about it, know where all of that stuff is, because what happens is then you can focus on being musical. So let's go ahead and get to what we're talking about. Now, when I'm saying a sixth in the scale, you're taking whatever note you want it to be harmonized with. Like if I was to start here, I'm thinking in the key B. If I started on this B note here, I would move up a sixth in the scale. Okay, so there's my sixth. So what's going to happen is this A flat note, whatever you want to call it, is going to A flat, G sharp, is going to harmonize real nicely with this B note. Okay, so that's a sixth. Or what I could do is like that. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right there. Now, what we're going to do though is we're going to move all the way down the scale. And if you're not familiar with this kind of stuff, let this be the building block. So we're starting up here. I'm going to go 14 on the D to 14 on the B. Now what's nice is on the D and the B string, there's basically two shapes the whole way down. If you stick to just this pattern, you have this, I call it a stacked shape, where my middle finger is on top of directly on the same fret as my ring finger. Okay, now our second shape here is this. You're gonna go 13 on the D to 12 on the B, and I just alternate the whole way with these two fingers. My middle finger stays on the D string the entire time. I never lift it up. Okay? There's no reason to, you need it, so just keep it there. Okay, there's your two shapes. Practice alternating those two right there. Now, we're gonna go down here, and we're gonna go to 11 on the D, and then 10 on the B. If you're like, where are you getting all these notes from? It's all just out of E major. I'm using my E major scale, and I'm playing the notes like that. Okay? Now I'm gonna go to 9 on the D, and then 9 on the B. Look, there's that stacked shape again. So we go stacked, angled, angled, stacked. Okay, so I'm gonna go 5 on the D, 7 on the D to 7 on the B. All right. angled, so you're going to go 6 on the D to 5 on the B. 4 on the D and the B, stacked again, 2 on the D and the B. And then this, imagine this would be angled back here, but we have to play an open string. So it's first fret on the D and open B. So get to where you can do that. Or kind of think of almost like the Wanted Dead or Alive intro. That's kind of what, you know, Sambora's doing on there. Okay? Then. Okay? Now the second and final thing here I want to show you is we're going to work our way up. So we want to get to where we can walk down. You know, like that. And we're going to work our way up, but on different strings. Because, like, you know, you really want to be able to do any combinations of string. E to the G, B to the D, D to the E, A to the, you know, whatever you can think of, practice it. You know, if you can think of it, then it needs to be practiced. So we're going to go like this. Okay? Now what I'm doing here is, think about basically like an E major chord. So I'm going to hold down 2 on the A to 1 on the G. Okay? Then I'm going to go 4 on the A to 2 on the G. Alright, so let's check our notes. Let's see if that is a 6th up in the scale, okay? Yep, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? Next we're going to go 6 on the A to 4 on the G. Okay? Now I should actually point something out here. On this particular one, you notice we have a different shape involved. We're mainly doing that angled shape. Then we have a stretched out shape. Like this one when we were 4 on the A to 2. So these shapes are different. Okay? Now the next one, we're going to go back to this, which is 7 on the A to 6 on the G. Okay? Now this shape just slides up to 9 and 8. Okay? And then we're back at basically the slow dancing in a burning room. One right here, 11 on the A to 9 on the G. And so on, avoiding copyright. Whatever the next part is, I don't actually know how to play that song. But, so there's that one. Now again, we'll get to where you can play this. Descend it. Doesn't it sound nice? Like, it just sounds so different than if I just played just the... You know? It adds so much depth and just space to your sound versus, you know... You know, you could do all kinds of stuff like that. So there's that. It's a short, simple, sweet lesson, but like I said, it was just so inspiring to me that I was like, well, let's just share it. You know, maybe someone else is going to get a kick out of this and it'll inspire a bunch of ideas for you just like it did for me. So I'm going to bounce it out of here, guys. I hope you have a good weekend. Yo, double lesson this week. Can you dig it? So, and like I said before, if anybody wants to, you can check out those guitar courses. You can read about them, all that stuff. I really appreciate all the support on those. And then Sunday, there will be an actual announcement video where I talk about all of it a little bit more in depth. So other than that, subscribe if you would, like the video, and I'm going to see you guys all later. All right, bye homies.